Hello, you guys, and welcome or welcome back. So, for this week's video, I'm actually a little bit nervous. I'm not even gonna lie because I have a little lineup of three books that I want to read in this video, and all three of them I picked because each of them have an aspect that scares me in it, and I want to get out of my reading comfort zone, and I also really want to read these books because I've heard so many good things, but it can be really scary to pick up such huge or deep or philosophical or complicated books sometimes. So I'm a little bit scared, but I'm gonna do it because, like I said, I really want to read these books. The three books that I want to read in this video are Crescent City, House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas. This one I'm really excited to get to because Sarah J. Maas is one of my favorite authors. She wrote ACOTAR and Throne of Glass, and I've always wanted to pick up Crescent City, and it's time because I'm going out of my comfort zone. Now you may be wondering, why is this out of your comfort zone if all of her books are your favorite reads? Well, number one, it's pretty big. Like, it's quite huge. It's like more than 800 pages. Number two, every single person that I've seen talk about this book say that it's extremely complicated and hard to understand. And I am always scared before going into these types of fantasy books because I hate being confused when I read because it just takes out the whole like good experience of reading because I'm just like, what is going on right now? So I'm scared to start this and not enjoy it because I'm confused the whole time. But people do say that it gets a lot better like after 30%, like understandability wise, if you know what I mean. I want to go into this like blindly because I always go into Sarah J. Maas's books blindly without knowing anything that's going to happen, and that's how I find I like enjoy her books the most. So I'm gonna go into it blindly, and you guys are gonna go into it blindly with me. The next book on the little lineup for this video is The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzek. This one is a World War II history novel, fiction novel vibes. The reason I'm scared to read this is because any book that's set in World War II will make me sob. Like, I sob every time. Movies, books, stories set in World War II, you will see me tearing up in the corner. Like, I don't know what it is, but I just sob. And so in this one, we're following Liesel, and Liesel lives with her foster family, and her foster family um lets a Jewish man like find a safe haven in their house, and so he lives in their basement, and that opens a lot of new like doors for her, and I think she starts stealing books in Germany, I think, or no, let me see where this is set. Nazi Germany. The country is holding its breath. Death has never been busier and will become busier still. So the reason I'm scared to pick up this book is because I know that I'm going to sob. So love that. That's just so exciting. I love doing that to myself. Anyways, the last book on the lineup is When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. The reason I'm scared for this one, it's quite thick. It's really huge. The font inside, it's not too small, but it's like I'm scared to this one for this one because like I said, it's thick. People have said it's pretty hard to understand. The magic system is a little hard to understand, and the dragons are like the way that they work is also confusing. So it's kind of the same as for Crescent City because I get when I'm confused, I tend to not enjoy books as much, which I feel like is a common experience. I've heard so many good things about this book and that the world is just really cool and fascinating. And so I really wanted to get this one done. And I was like, this is the perfect opportunity. Step out of my comfort zone, read a thick book, read a book that I may be confused at, but hopefully I get through it. And so I've already started Crescent City on my Kindle, so I'm like 6% through that one, and I'm really enjoying it. I mean, I'm 6% through, so it's not like I can say that much about it, but I love Bryce. I love her character, and we'll see how it goes. And then I also started the audiobook for When the Moon Hatched because people recommended the audiobook for the beginning because apparently it helps you understand a little bit better, and I was like, I want to make sure I understand as best as possible, and so I started the audiobook as well. I'm not very much through it, but I'm really liking it, and I'll probably be able to update you guys like much more in depth soon. But that's the little intro to this video. Now you guys know what I'm planning on reading. Let's get started. guys, look what I got. I got a really exciting package in the mail. Let me show you guys. So as most of you guys know, it was actually the Amazon book sale the other day for like a couple days. I think it might still be going on. But because of that, a bunch of books were like 65% off. And I was like, I might as well get some books. And so I ordered some books on Amazon, and I think this is them. And I'm really, really excited about it because I was in the middle of reading Chestnut Springs, and I want the rest of the series. Wait, and I also got another book. I got the Rose Bargain. I've heard so many good things about this book, and I was just like, it made me so excited to read it. So I was like, I need to pick this up. So I got the Rose Bargain, and then I got, obviously, oh my gosh, you guys. Look at this. I got the last 3 books in the Chestnut Springs series. So I got Reckless, Powerless, and Hopeless. Woo, woo, woo. Hi guys, so for a quick little update, I am like 43% through When the Moon Hatched, and I really don't know how to feel. Like, genuinely, I have so many conflicting opinions, but it's such like a hyped up fantasy that I'm scared to say what I'm thinking because I'm like, there's no way like people actually like this. Like, I feel bad for saying that, but I'm gonna persevere. I'm gonna keep listening to it, but I don't know. I'll update you guys later on like exactly why I'm feeling this way. Maybe it'll redeem itself, but I just like, I don't know. We'll see. So, this is just in case you guys want to see the aftermath of making TikToks and Reels. I just have like 67 books on my desk right now. Love that. Anyways, I think it's time for an update. So, it's actually been a couple days since I last talked to you guys because these books have been taking a toll on me, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So, I am basically done. I have like one last chapter left of When the Moon Hatched. All I'm gonna say, in the nicest way possible, no. In the nicest way possible. I was just expecting so much more from a freaking 700-page book. Here's my thought process. We have been in, I would say, maybe 4 different places. 4 different places in 800, 700 pages. All that we hear from our main character is her whining. It's her constantly complaining. Rune, or no, I even forgot his name. What's his name? Khan. He is instantly in love with her, which we understand a little bit further in the book, like why he's in love with her. It's just like, can we at least have a little bit of tension? Like on page like 20, they're in love.
Like, what do you mean? Like, I don't know. I wrote a few notes on my laptop, but basically all my notes said was we've been in four places in 700 pages. All our main character does is whine. The insta love is insane. They make jokes, but they're not funny. Like it's just like they make jokes just to have you entertained, or but it's not even entertaining. Like it's just like cringe. Like I'm reading it and I'm just like, what? And the thing is, I'm listening to the audiobook, right, which should make it easier to listen to. No. I literally all I want to do is put the audiobook down. Like I don't care. I just it's just there's I don't know why I just so many people have said such good things about this book, and yet I'm not liking it at all. Like I'm usually when I'm 95% through a book, I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to finish this. I'm going to grind it out." I'm 95 I've been at 95% of this book for like maybe 5 days. I just don't care. I just don't care. I don't care how it ends. That's why I'm just like, why would I finish this? This isn't actually where I'm at. It's just the last time I moved the bookmark. But yeah, I just like I don't care. I don't care. I'm so detached. I'm like this story is like it's not going anywhere. I'm confused. There's random aunt and uncles popping up. I'm just like, when did we talk about this? When is this set up? So all I'm gonna say is because I'm like so far in, I think I already know my rating. When the Moon Hatched is unfortunately going to be like a 2 star. I just didn't like it. I don't know what else to tell you guys. It just wasn't for me, I think when it's such a huge brick of a book, I was expecting so much more. I was expecting so much more plot, so much more tension and angst and like yearning, and all we had was spice, no plot, same four places, and our girl whining. So that was just my straightforward, honest opinion. If you guys are really interested in reading this, like I recommend reading it like for yourself, make your own opinion. That was just my opinion. Um, I think it could have been condensed, and even I just would rewrite it because okay, I feel so mean saying this. I feel so mean. It's okay. I'm entitled to my own opinion. But like I understand why people would like this because of like the dragon aspect and like how she's an assassin. But like she's not really an assassin because like she's not doing anything assassin like. All she does is just like complain and whine and wait for Colin to save her. Sorry, I need to chill. But this was a 2 stars, unfortunately. I'm gonna read the last chapter just to like say that I read it, but like I already know how it's gonna end, and I'm not gonna continue the series. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. This isn't a very fun update, but it is what it is. And then on a more positive note, I am 50 like 5% through Crescent City. It's so good. It's so good. And that tells you something because I could say that I hated this book because I'm in a reading slump or anything. No, I'm not in a reading slump because all I want to do is read freaking Crescent City. I love Hunt. I love Bryce. Bryce is such a queen. So basically, this is almost kind of giving like Crescent City is almost giving like murder mystery vibes, but in a fantasy universe. Like they're trying to figure out who killed a certain person, and they're investigating and they're looking at camera footage and everything like that. But it's in a complete, really complicated fantasy universe with like guys with wings and like different courts and everything like that. But it's a murder mystery, which is fascinating if you ask me. And Bryce is so cool. She's so strong. She's like really well built and well established, and it like you know her really well even though we're only at 50% through, but there's also more that I really want to know about her, and she's just a really good main female character, I would say. And overall I just like, yeah, I'm vibing with them. I'm vibing. All I want to do is just pick up my Kindle and read about them right now. So that's probably what I'm gonna do later tonight. I just finished filming TikToks or like reels and shorts, as you guys saw. So I have like a bunch of books on my desk right now. So I think I'm gonna clean those up, and then I low-key want to make a tea. I might go downstairs and make myself a tea, read, chill. Just the best kind of evenings, if you guys know what I mean. So that's the plan for tonight. Hopefully I can read some more. I guess I'll finish this, but yeah, I'm not vibing with it, as I just talked about for like 17 minutes straight. Anyways, hi guys. So I actually finished Crescent City last night. As you can see, I already put it up on my shelf next to my little Powerless and Fourth Wing little shelf. But as I said, I finished Crescent City 1 last night and it was a 5 stars. I'm honestly not surprised. Like, I feel like with Sarah J. Maas's books, I always kind of just lean towards giving them a 5 stars. And so I kind of had a feeling throughout the whole book. I was just always so immersed. The world was fascinating, just the way she built the world in such a smooth way. Like, she didn't spend too much time on world building, but you kind of learned more about the world as the story went on in a really like understandable way. It was definitely like more complicated than her other books to understand the magic system and like the ranks between people and like who's more powerful than this and this and the archangels and the angels and then the fae and the whatever. So it's like a lot of different people mixed together. And so that can, I see how like people think it's confusing, but it was definitely like not as bad as I expected. Nothing to be scared of, like I was talking about. So really, I'm glad I read this. I'm so glad I read this. It was definitely not as scary as I like imagined it was going to be to pick up this book. I highly recommend it. I love the characters. Our main female character is so strong. She's amazing, Bryce. I feel like with every Sarah J. Maas book, she has a way of making you love every single main female character because of their strength, their resilience, and just the way that they act and that they react to the world. So I love that. I love Bryce. And I loved Hunt and I loved Rune, and it's just like it's very much found family vibes. Like throughout the whole book you just feel very much like you're part of the group, and that's always the best feeling. And so that was really, really good. The plot line, the plot twists got me. At the end, like things were connecting and I was like, oh my gosh, like whoa, like I don't know, it was amazing. It was a cool like urban fantasy, almost murder mystery vibes, like in a way, because they are investigating a murder. Yeah, it was really good. Definitely a really good 5 stars. So now I only have The Book Thief left and I am at like 55% through this one, and I can already feel that it's gonna make me sob. It's gonna make me sob. I can feel it because I'm already like, I love the characters and I love like the found family aspect, and I love the fun little ties that we're like tying in, and like it's also reminding me of like nostalgia and like the feeling of being a child and loving to read and walking around the city. And it's just like crap, like I'm gonna sob at this, aren't I? So if you guys see me in the next couple clips sobbing my eyes out, that's because I'm finishing The Book Thief. Anyways, I'm gonna go read, and
hopefully I won't sob too hard, because I don't know if I can handle that right now, but we'll just have to see. Anyways, I will see you guys later. Hello. We are in my car, and I have a lot of errands that I need to run, but I really, really, really want to get this book done by like today. I'm at like 66% through, 67, and I really want to finish it today because I want to get this video out for you guys by tomorrow, and so I can't really do that if I don't have this book done. And so I'm going to try and do a bunch of things today. It's Saturday, by the way, so I'm going to try and get a bunch of things today like that need me to like listen to an audiobook. So I'm running some errands and I'm going to listen to the audiobook in the car. I really want to make protein bagels because I saw Katie Whitruck and Sarah Caroli make some, and I made some last week. They were so good. Insane how good they were. So I'm gonna make some protein bagels and I can listen to my audiobook while I make that. And I might like color, or I might like learn a fun hobby. I'm gonna go on a walk, and that's definitely gonna help because usually my walks are like 40 to an hour minute. Ooh. 40 to an hour long. 40 minutes to an hour long. And so that'll get a good chunk of the audiobook in. So I'm just gonna try and like listen to it as much as possible and then like maybe finish it like tonight. Hopefully I can get it done. So that's our aim for today. So let's go on some errands. Let's go make some protein bagels. Yeah. Hey, so we're back. Remember how I said I would finish it like tonight? I actually finished it in 2 hours. So I'm actually sobbing. Honestly, I didn't even finish this book. This book literally finished me. I mean, you guys saw me on my walk. I was unwell. I sobbed. Okay, moment of silence for that. But anyways, Book Thief is finished. I rated it a 4.5 stars. This was just like, I honestly have no words. Like it was so beautiful, but also so horrifying. It was like, it broke my heart, but it also like put it back together. I loved reading it, but I also hated reading it. The ending is so sad. I can't imagine being in Liesel's place, but also like how she found joy. I just like, wow. The writing I think was one of my favorite parts because we are following Liesel, who's a little girl, who's an orphan and she gets adopted, and we are following her story, but from the perspective of death. And so it might seem confusing, but when you read the book, it actually makes a lot of sense because Death is like, he tells you a little bit about himself, and he's like, but I want to tell you about a girl who I know very well, and I've encountered her 3 times, but she's always escaped me. And like, you kind of follow that, and it's just like, every single analogy that Death, whoa, okay, lighting change. Every single analogy that Death makes is like, it's so profound, yet it's so easy to understand, and like, if you want a deeper meaning, you will easily find it, but you also don't need to know the deeper meaning to understand the book. It's so beautiful, and I loved it. So it was such a good read, but it did make me like sob uncontrollably, and I needed like moments of silence after reading that. And I am a bit unwell because, you know, this is really, really sad. It's really sad. I'm gonna start sobbing again because I just actually like looked at the cover and it's a trail of dominoes. If you read the book, you'll understand why I want to sob right now. Okay, I'm just gonna do the outro for this video and then I'm gonna go sit in a corner and question my life choices. But 4.5 stars, loved it. You guys just heard how I felt about it. And then I read Crescent City, 5 stars, amazing read. I'm glad I read it even though I was scared because it's honestly not as scary as I thought. And then the first book I read was When the Moon Hatched. Didn't love that one, but hey, we have 2 amazing reads and 1 meh, a little less than meh. So I'd say read books that you guys are scared of reading. Do it, because you never know. Maybe you're gonna get a Crescent City or a book thief out of it. Okay, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you so much. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.